podcast, whatever the fuck you want to call this shit, tier list video. We're doing part 3. We're doing every stand in chronological order. I have my boy White Star, the Bite Star, or Mr. Sarcastic Army Man here. Then we got Mr. Yugi Man's Wizard, Darubudibachi looking ass nigga over here. It's GDKY.
Yes.
He's not GDK, to get that straight. And then you got Mr. Simp, certified Simp Sanji himself out here, Mr. Awesome Swirl Nigger. Here, let's get this shit started.
And you really said that on your... Yo,
do you think I care? It's the
internet. I don't care. Look, tag me in my channel, yada yada.
Yeah, Awesome Whirlwind. Yeah, he beat Muhammad's ass in Naruto.
Like, I'm the only one that gets some bull. Yeah,
shut the fuck up. Shut up.
You smell like Dookie.
And you smell like fucking booty. Bitch. Alright, so we're doing a podcast of the stand abilities and design in general and everything and what it did, yada yada yada. But first up on the list, because we're getting straight into it, because I don't want no random person coming out of nowhere like Steels or someone. First stand up is Star Platinum. Who would have thought?
Oh my god.
So where do you guys think this deserves to go? Does it deserve to be an S, A, B, C, D, or F? Where do you think this deserves to be?
We're going all the way. That's a lot. We already have an F tiers out here too. I don't even think anything really is gonna go in F unless it's a side character.
Yeah, but anyways, might exist. But anyways, I feel Star Platinum early on he could have been S tier, but as his abilities get more throughout, JoJo dropped down to A and still A.
Wait, we just talking about part 3 watch though, right?
No, we're talking about in general. Star Platinum in general. I generally think from all what he's done to his most powerful feat to his most weakest feat, I think he deserves to be high A, so I think he deserves to be A. I think that would be a good spot for him.
Why? Wait, I mean, but shouldn't we be doing stands by parts though? I understand that it's just one person, but like that would make it easier based off the part then. You know?
No, because then we'll have to do so many multiple stands of like, oh yeah, this version of Star Platinum, this version of Star Platinum, this version of the world, even though we barely saw it, and it's just like
no, that's not what I meant. I meant like for different parts, like say like let's say we do it like him in part 3 and part 4 where his stats change, but then you got somebody else that got a stand like Koichi where it's just axe. We just count his stand as a whole.
Well, the thing is, we're just counting in general, so we don't have to keep stacking up the same stand, so it doesn't take forever. It's better.
As general, then yeah, A. Oh, okay.
All right, G, what do you think?
Yeah, A sounds legit.
All right,
because
so we
he's definitely not S anymore.
But
this
you should
man,
also
when he fought Dio, he stopped time for like 10 seconds.
What our basis of power measurement is, what our measuring stick is.
So our measuring stick, can it beat Ultimate Cars? That's the measuring stick we got for it. So if it can beat Ultimate Cars, and I think all of us agree that it would probably beat the shit out of Ultimate Cars if it just stopped time.
Yeah.
Not even with just stop time, it's like physical capabilities as well. Like my man has enough power to like damage like stuff like tanks and buildings with no problem.
But then like
all.
also another thing I would like to bring up, could it survive Divine Sandstorm?
It should be able to.
I don't. Yeah, I think it should make it through. It's been through worse, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, just making
like I thought
sure.
for a second, but yeah, it should be able to. But not just that. If we going to talk about abilities as well, like not the characters, we just rank in the stand. So if we want to talk about abilities and what's capable of doing, like sucking the wind out of other people just by breathing inward, that's like a Superman feat right there.
That is
this
Superman
man really
feat.
sucked the breath out of Enen,
but remember, if we're going by that, then remember once we get to Hierophant Green, possessing people, that's a big feat you got there.
That's a whole different.
Oh, I mean that's only if he can keep doing it. It was only shown that he could do it once for some reason.
That's true, but depending on the person he gets, that could fuck somebody over.
Yeah.
So Star Platinum is going in A tier, and now second stand in part 3 is going to be Magician's Red. Where do you think it deserves to go?
We're going in order.
Magician's Red.
Well, if we want to talk about everything in order, me first personally, I have to say like if we want to talk about like he can track stuff as well, which is why he had that little flame orb or whatever that started tracking just as well as like Iggy's nose. That's a nice feat. His flames can just get hotter and hotter, which is also dope. And I mean, like as far as like a power stand goes, it's not like him and Jotaro had a long fight, but being able like later on in the series, you see how strong Star Platinum is. He was able to hold back Star Platinum for a little bit. So I don't know if I put it like B or A for me. I would have to think more about.
I'd say a B plus. Like if we're gonna do like shit like that, we'd make it there.
No.
But I mean, he was able to hold off one of the strongest stands. I would put it there.
But this is
He was also
before
able to
him
lose to
stopping
one of the
time.
weakest.
I mean, but even before like the stop time though, you like before that, I mean, like he really didn't know how to use his stand. He only used it like twice or so before, where he said his stand popped out and hurt people. That's before he was even able to like. I think he only controlled it up to the point where they got into the jail cell. But like that is still a feat to hold down back or start playing either way.
It is.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give it
I'd say
like a B plus.
I'd just give it a solid B.
So
Just dead in the middle B.
So next is Hermit of Purple.
Wait, Reese, you realize you are part of this too. You didn't even comment on it.
Oh well, no, because I agree with your statement. I agreed with your statement. I do believe I was gonna say B either way.
You think we moving too a little too fast for this to be a podcast or not?
Well, like, it's like
Right.
we can go back on it if we really do think about it, and it's just like we literally just got only done with 2 stands.
Oh yeah, it's also the joint you could have up as your as a thumbnail if you want it. There's the thing like when you go on your phone, you can actually put the stands in tiers. You got like a website for that or whatever.
Yeah, but then like that takes a lot of work, and then like I gotta get my computer from outside and like get the setup in here, and then like yada 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 yada, and like you know. But next is Hermit of Purple.
What?
Say that again, sir.
Hermit of Purple.
Oh.
He said it with its cultural appropriation.
Purple. Okay, well.
What do you guys think? I generally think I would have said C only because it's a part of the arm and nothing else. And the only reason why it's not in D, it's because of the fact when you confuse it with Hamon.
I was about to say the same thing. In
Like-
addition to that, who it's attached to.
Yeah, it just it fits it, and then he has like the Spider-Man swinging element. That's cool, and then like
I'm
he
not
can make
gonna lie.
maps. But
Although
like,
at that point, it's more of a matter of its user getting more of the job done than its actual ability.
Well, like if you want to think about the abilities it has as well, like he was able to locate Dio just by looking at a TV or a camera or whatnot. I mean, he has to break it. That's not really anything big, but you can still find and locate people as long as you have their image in your head, like where they'd be at. And I mean, it can cover the body and like grab stuff. It's like a long reach type stand, but it doesn't really do as far as much as power. But the fact is, it can like wrap people up like tentacles or whatnot too, and he gets. I mean, like it's more of a
It
like
has its
attachment to your
uses,
body.
it's just not the best
Yeah.
thing for a battle.
I would give it like.
Unless you're fighting vampires.
I don't want to give it a D. I'm gonna say C.
You could say C minus if you really wanted to.
well, I would say just straight
I'll
up
just
C
say C.
because like it doesn't deserve C minus because the whole Hamon thing added onto it. So I think it just deserves to
Yeah.
be a straight C.
It can
D.
blend in with Hamon. That's what I like. It's not like other
D.
stuff that do
D?
My man
Seriously?
said D.
Why? Bro, can you at least explain why D?
Oh, I got you, fam. Don't worry. You see, I say D because that man really didn't do shit with it.
that. Yo.
All he did was, oh, you got a picture? Gotcha. This is who it is. And that's all he really did with it. He didn't really use its technical uses, which would be to wrap people up, unless that one bitch he squished with the car. 2 cars. But overall, he didn't do shit. It was just pointless for him to have it.
I mean,
Because
here we go.
he stuck to his ways. He stuck to Hamon.
That is true. It's also another thing though, like the add-ons that he did use, like when he was trying to escape Dio, my man started Spider-Man swinging with Kakyoin.
And then
On
like
top of that,
he to stand his ground, he would use the vines to grip into the ground, so like he wouldn't go flying like Kakyoin. Like that
Oh
man
yeah,
was
yo,
even
I
smart.
forgot the video game.
D.
Yeah, I'm giving that man a C.
D.
Wait, overall
C
group
minus.
point.
I
There
guess-
we go.
That counts as C, so I'll take it.
Yeah, it's C.
All around C.
Yeah, it's C.
Because like after what he did on the game, I forgot about that. There's a couple times where they would have been dead without him, low key, or they wouldn't have been able to find Dio a couple times as well.
So
I mean, it's not
now
like it did too much, but it did do
next
some.
is our favorite green boy, Hierophanta Green.
No one can stop the Emerald Splash.
Literally everyone stopped the Emerald Splash. I'm sorry, but and this is just my personal opinion. I think D. I can't you cannot
Only
have a
because
main
it was supposed to be
ability.
his signature attack,
You
and it
cannot
just
have
got
and
whopped.
every single person that he fired it at stopped it, blocked it, weaved it, or destroyed it.
That's more
Literally
of him
no
on his
one can
own
stop
brain
the
though. The
Emerald
stand
Splash.
itself, the
Like-
stand itself is better than a D tier stand. It's not lower than what Joseph stand. It is not lower than freaking Hermit. Like if you look at it, I mean like, well yeah, the stand can possess people. It's not like he actually did it in the show, but it's more of like the abilities that it would have. On top of that, the little painting he had in the first episode where he drew in it with the stand, that was something else he had. But that's only if he paints them. That's still dope. And on top of that, the way that it moves, he has the mobility of something like Hermit Purple, but it's more like he can like hold on to Hierophant Green so he can move himself as well. And on top of that, the things you can set up, the trigger, like the only reason that it was really stopped like that is because it was Dio. But the all around, like the 20 radius Emerald Splash, whenever you would trip over one of the wires, that it gets shot down. Like as far as ability speaking goes, I would not put that man on a D. But like, it's so much of it that has been stopped, even though he do got some nice abilities that it's like mid tier. It's probably like
So
a
would you
C.
say it
I
would be
can't-
higher
I'll give it
C
to-
or B then?
More like, I mean, he did do some stuff with it though. Like it was like his few moments he had, sure, and like the way you can move around, and when he saved them from falling down the cliff on a car.
I'll give it C plus because it has more versatility.
Yeah, there you go. I'll give it C plus. You kind of said everything that needed to be said. Good job.
Alright.
Good job, Jermaine.
It's fine. I'll meet you guys
I
in the
guess
middle.
I'm
I'll say
talking
C.
too much. I
I'll
don't
say
know.
C. I'll say C. But, now next
Yeah,
one is an
that's
easy one, but a very high explainable stand. Holly stand. Holly stand. Because remember, we're doing every stand. Everyone.
What the fuck?
It has the power to poison. I honestly think
Poison
it deserves.
herself. That's a whole F.
Well, like if
That
she
ain't
knew how
do
to use
nothing
it,
but
imagine her poison other people.
Nigga, she
Yeah.
can't use it. That's the point. It's just
Fine,
automatically
alright, yeah,
it's
yeah,
killing the
yeah.
user. That's a
Yeah.
straight F.
I'll do you a service and do you a solid, and I'll give it a D.
Yo, White Star, bruh.
It should be on. It shouldn't even be on the tier list.
Yeah, yo,
Alright,
thank you, bro.
You know,
Yo,
hold on, wait.
She wasn't chosen.
Let me just click her off real quick. Okay, yeah, she's off. She's off. She's off. Okay, so next is now a stand that's very it's a very like questionable stand, but I'll explain the ability right now because I got the wiki up. The Passion, Jonathan Joestar's stand, it says question mark because if people don't know if it is, has the power to read your emotions and soul, and
Wait,
the
we
power
bringing
to
in
change.
fan fiction stands, Chief?
Say that again.
We bringing in fan fiction stands?
That's not no. That's an actual stand. Remember this? Remember when he in Polnareff backstory when he met Dio, he had the roses and he had the
Yeah.
vines on his hand, and with the globe
I
he
thought
was
that was,
reading
like,
into
upgraded Hermit
Polnareff's past. That's confirmed to be Jonathan's stand. And the name of it's called the Passion. So it has the power to read your soul. It has the power to go through your memories. It has the power to change your will to what you want to do. Those are the three abilities it
mind
has.
control. Basically, he possesses everyone's body, and he can hold them.
Well,
in
no,
place
he
like
more
Hermit
he
Purple,
more
too.
makes their will to want to help to listen to him, so he can put the blood cells in their head. That's what
Yeah,
Dio
it's
was
a-
doing.
Yeah, it's not just. I mean, like it's sort of like not like a mind control too, but in their head, Dio becomes their new master, and they work for Dio. So I mean, it's sort of that way. And on top of that, he also has the same effects as Hermit Purple. Remember when Dio used the same thing to find them or locate them? Like I really thought that was Hermit
So
Purple.
yeah,
for a
it's
second,
literally
but,
it's literally a better Hermit Purple, but then even more. It's more of a power because mind control, and then getting
I
you
give it a
emotional.
B because of that. Because it's only if you catch them.
I would say B plus because that shit is really good. That shit like
Don't forget about the side effects though, because Dio died. Remember in part 4 what happened to Okuyasu's dad? Man literally turned into a slug monster. If it stays in for too long, like, you know, because it goes throughout your whole body. Either you're going to turn into one of those, but that's only like the after effect though. I mean, I guess that still counts as an ability. But like, he can hold you down, mind control you, and locate people like Herman Purple. So like, yeah, that's a straight B for me.
So then, what do you guys think?
I think B is accurate. You know.
All right.
B plus.
All right, so B. So
it depends on the type of tier list you're using. Also, Reese, you got the one that just go like S, A, B, C.
Well, look, I'm doing it on my phone.
So is that the one with the pluses?
Yeah, it's one with the it's the one without the pluses. It's the one without the pluses.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So next is Tower of Grey, the beetle stand on the plane.
Oh.
How the powers extend its mouth, I guess, be super annoying like a bug, and there really isn't that much of this stand, to be honest now, huh?
No,
How to extend its mouth and just like rip off pieces of flesh and stuff and be super fast and annoying.
I mean, you can go inside someone.
That's true, you could.
With its tongue.
Yeah. What
D.
would that... Yeah, I would say D or even F. Like, it's just an annoying bug. With a long...
I say D, only because it could probably catch you off
wait.
guard with how tiny and fast it is.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm on the wiki right now, and I'm just looking at it, and I'd give it a C. I'd give it a C only for the fact of that thing did manage to rip through at least 3 plane seats and, 4 plane seats and 4 people from the back of their head out through their mouth.
Yep.
Okay.
That is some power for just to be a bug.
Wait, we talking about the stand that like Kakyoin was like he'll focus on it or whatever, right? Because like I just
the
the
Tower
very
of Grey.
first instance of, but no one can deflect the Emerald Splash, and it actually just happened to leave it because it was tiny enough, and it was able to move at super duper high speeds. That's why it escaped. But you know, Kakyoin still took that W. But yeah,
what you think?
I said C because that thing is pretty powerful. And rip through 4 plane seats and the back of people's skulls.
Yeah, C. C is correct.
Yeah, it don't deserve a D, but I don't think it deserves really a B either. So.
Okay. C. So.
Smack that bitch down.
Now next is our favorite French boy, Silver Chariot.
Straight up A. I don't give a hell.
Well, honestly, I would say... No, I'm not gonna say that. I'll say A. Because I was about to say, I was about to say S. I was about to say S tier.
Nah, okay. I'm gonna be fair with y'all.
No. Not because Requiem. Because Requiem's a definite S. Every Requiem deserves the fucking S. I'm sorry. Like, that's overpowered.
Facts. But no, it's not, because I'll say this. It's like if you, like, out of part 3, the person to get the most fights besides Jotaro was Paul Neff. And he won all those fights except for when he tried to attack Dio.
But he was fast enough to cut light. That motherfucker deserves something.
And when he put the coin in between the flames on top of that carving a statue, like his speed, he's literally the fastest stand of like part 3. And on top of that, it's not just that, he can make after images as soon as he loses his armors as well, make it look like clones. And like if I'm not counting it, but like if we're gonna include when he got the Anubis, that, oh my gosh, that was godly.
Well, so we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
So,
well, I mean that would be counted as an Anubis feat, but he also got faster with it as well. I mean that's why I was like good at it to pull in there. But like, there's also the fact that like some like well, not him as a character, but what else he did, like it can also he only really shot his blade out once. I don't know.
No, he shot his blade out twice. Remember, he shot his blade out against what was it? The first time was against Anubis' first possessor. His second time when he fired it against Vanilla Ice, and then he re-equipped it real quick before he had the chance to grab it and erase it.
He has enough speed to keep up with Star Platinum. He has when he did the 1v1 fight with Anubis' first user, he could launch himself up in the air with Silver Chariot, and on top of that, it was able to go up against Magician's Red as well. I mean, I'm trying to think of more like abilities that he has aside from his like rapier. How do you pronounce the sword?
I mean, that's the thing though. His main thing is being able to be incredibly fast.
Yeah, I mean, well, like that's added on with other stuff.
And let's not even talk about when he takes his fucking armor off, then he creates after images. Like,
so yeah,
okay,
I really want to say S, but I'll meet you guys in the middle, and I will say A.
It's not S because the people that are S tier, he's not like he can keep up with like Star Platinum, but like for one, he can't really do anything like Polnareff versus Dio and Jotaro, like they would win if you count all abilities. When he was fighting Jotaro though, like he had this man on his toes. Aside from being powered up by Anubis with the intent to kill as a Silver Chariot, my man's like, well yeah, he had 2 swords on top of like his full speed as well. But it's not like Jotaro, like he got stabbed at the end, but when he hit the sword, that's where he was stuck in place. And on top of that, that was regular Polnareff. He would only have 1 sword, while he would be the same speed as Star Platinum with his armor on. As soon as he takes it off, he would be faster. But Star Platinum still got the world, and on top of that, he also for some reason gets a speed increase, like out of bullshit, because it's OP. But yeah,
because Araki said so.
Because he got pissed off. So
yeah, you pissed him off, and now he's faster.
So what is our final verdict here?
I will give it an A+.
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 Because that cast off is pretty strong.
All right.
Oh
so
yeah,
now...
we're not going to talk about. He basically beat Dio Jr. Vanilla Ice, broken ass stand on top of being a vampire just like Dio, but not the main villain himself. Polnareff really took out.
Yeah, he really
like,
did snap his
villain.
neck. I'm sorry, when I heard that snap when he twisted that sword, dog, ooh, that gave me chills.
That's most definitely A+. Yeah.
So now we are going to one of the weird stands, Deep Sea Moon, or wait,
talking about the captain, right?
Yeah, the captain.
Wait, was that the ship or was that?
No.
That was the other thing, right?
Yeah, where
the dude with the water stand.
The dude with the water stand, and he had the power to control water, had the power to breathe underwater, and the power to control coral and barnacles.
Okay, I heard it. I want to say. I want to say A.
A.
I would have said B or C.
I don't think it deserves an A because it really only works if you're in water. You gotta remember that.
I mean, yes, it does suffer from the Aquaman situation.
So, like if they on dry land,
but remember what our measuring stick is. If he controls water and he happens to lure cars out to like an ocean or something, not understanding what this thing does, he could essentially hold him in place.
Yeah, he really could suffocate him in barnacles because cars wouldn't know what to do at that point.
It's not like he can control the whole ocean though. He's only controlling parts of the water.
Yeah, I know. He can control a whole giant lake's worth, right? But that after if cars got out of his lake range, then yeah, cars wins.
No. Cars can still get out if Jotaro was able to get out because like Star Platinum is better than Car Stand. But if you want to talk about his abilities once he became the ultimate life form, he could change up his body parts to be stuff to match up whatever.
Oh, that's yeah. So technically, honestly, then I would give it a C.
Yeah, because
I'll retract my statement and go down to C.
Yeah, C. I can't really put any input. I don't remember the stand at all.
Alright, so after that awkward stand, it's time for now our favorite animal, the Rapist Monkey Battleship. Rapist Monkey, try to rape a kid.
Fucking D. It's literally just a ship.
It's a ship, but he can control every part of the ship. How do you guys want to say this?
All he can do is really like if you up against the wall, it's gonna hold you.
If you unknowingly get on the ship, you're for the most part screwed.
That's if you don't have a stand. If you talk about stand versus stand, it's nothing.
Well, no. Because think about it. If you have, no. I'll put it this way. What if you had Survivor and you're on that ship? What are you going to do?
I mean, I don't have a stand, so I can't do jack.
No, but think about it. What if your stand was Survivor in this instance? What are you going to do?
Yo, I don't remember that stand. I can't compute.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, what if you had Notorious B.I.G.
Stop! You would infect the whole ship.
Oh no, you
That's
have to die.
obvious.
Remember, you have to die for it to activate.
That's not the point. The point is you can't stop it once it goes into effect.
I'm just looking at all the other people
But so-
of the main crew for JoJo, and like Jotaro, Calculine, Abdul, Joseph, or Iggy, or Polnareff is not gonna lose to that monkey nigga. I just
No. But here's the thing. So wait, have you read all of Part 6?
I read the beginning. I skipped some over the middle.
Okay, so this is a stand in Part 6, and I will give you a brief explanation as to what this stand is and what it does.
Oh, Survivor. Oh.
So Dio once said that this was technically the weakest stand he'd ever had knowledge of, but it's also technically the strongest stand because it forms a symbol on the ground. Okay, and if you touch this thing on the ground, it sends an electric shock to your brain that highly excites the agitation in your brain and makes you hyper aggressive. So let's say there's a room full of people, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah, let me explain. So let's say there's like a room full of like 50 people, right? And the dude using Survivor is in that room. The whole floor is now covered in his stand. And all of them are stepping on that. All of them become incredibly aggressive and start fighting each other to the death.
Nigga, what is that gonna do besides make that orangutan nigga beat on me?
No. That's the thing. The user doesn't necessarily have to be within proximity of everything going on, but that's the thing. You can't exactly guarantee they're not going to swing on you, but for the most part, you could be really far away and be safe and just have everybody else kill each other.
I mean, okay, all right, G.
Too aggressive.
But let me look at it like this way though. Let's think about what the stand has done and what it can do, and look at
that was my whole point. That was my point. You'd have a stand, but with an ability like that, what are you really gonna do?
I mean, yeah, that's a stand that's lower, but I mean the stand that we're on now. If you look at the orangutan stand, right, and you look at anything else in C tier,
it is just a ship.
It wouldn't be anything in C tier.
It's just a ship. You can do some pretty crazy things with it, but you have to have them on the ship, and that's its biggest downfall.
Right.
So that would go in like D.
Imagine somebody walk up to you and you summon a ship, nigga, they not on it. What are you gonna do? Like,
wait. Actually, hold on. If we summon the that actually gives me a little bit of thought here. It's like, could we summon the ship on land?
I mean, maybe if you're standing on a boat that's on the sidewalk or something, you just turn it into the.
Because I mean, if we're gonna be like very, very simple and creative about it, technically you could just literally summon the ship and just drop it on people. But I don't think
it doesn't drop. It forms around him. That was smart, but.
Right, that's why I said I don't think it works that way, but that would be an alternative to make it a bit more useful.
If only that was the case. I mean,
yeah, that would put it in C tier, but I guess it's definitely gonna have to go in D.
So, I like how Whitestar just said the letter because we're mainly letting them talk more than just like me and Whitestar talking.
No. I mean, like, if you think about it, when it comes to thought, G really articulated, at most, what it could do.
Yeah.
And Jermaine disputed it. There wasn't any more to it.
Alright, so if that's
But either way, it's still a fucking E.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on past that one. We're gonna go to the doll stand, if you guys remember what that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the power to possess the doll and having the power to control it and make it do psychotic things. What do you guys think it deserves to be in? I think by what it's only done, just being a little shithead in a possessed doll, I say D.
Wait, remind me real quick. Like, cause there's a couple of possession.
It's the doll stand that has the power to control objects that are aren't living, and make them go under your will.
Okay, I'll put
Is
it
that
this
the
way.
one that got
The one,
Joseph's,
Silver Chariot?
Yeah, the one that fought Silver Chariot.
Alright, cool.
You talking about the one that tied him under the bed?
Yeah, the one that made him hide under the bed
Oh.
and like had this whole, you know.
I mean, he was going through it.
Yeah, but like.
It's a pretty capable stand, but it's not too difficult to defeat, but it can.
Okay, that stand versus the ship. Yo, what?
I think that
Obviously, it
stand
wins
would
over
win
the
due to
ship.
mobility.
Yeah.
All I have to
It
say
wins over
is,
the
all I
ship.
have to say is, if
That's
the doll
not
was
even
on
a
the
question.
no. Here's how this fight would work. If the doll was on the ship, the guy that with the doll loses. If the guy with the doll is not on the ship, the guy with the doll wins. That's
Even
how
if
it
he
works.
was on the ship.
But the only thing is the dolls are a bit. The doll guy is a bit more useful because he can take any object.
Oh yeah, he can control some stuff on the ship too, because objects do be coming on there.
Okay, that is right.
So will we put that in a D tier or like a low C? Like,
I would say
because it did get
D.
full nerf that works.
We'll see.
Alright, low C then. I guess we'll do low C.
I mean, we all gotta come to a group. G, what about you? What's
I said low C first, and then White Star said low C.
Yeah, I think it's low C.
Okay.
C, and now it is time for the man himself, Robert Soul, the man that made Kakyoin do has the power of his yellow goo to transform into anyone through like a disguise, and if the goo touches you, it starts to burn your flesh away like acid.
Can I say S?
I am not saying X.
Come on,
Because he
man.
can also form up to be other people.
Not for the meme,
and act
not
like
for
them.
only the meme ability, but that is a
Whoa.
pretty strong asset.
Nah, I got this. I got like cause Reese. Well, no, CC, I'm in between y'all because I would say A, but like the stand itself, like for one, you can go ahead and wrap it around you to look like anybody, and on top of that, if you would strike it with heat or cold, it'll just get on you more. There's only certain ways to escape it, and like it burns you and it wraps around you to suffocate you as well. There's not really many ways to get around it, and it already wraps the user, like it wraps the stand user around, like inside of the stand itself. And there's only certain ways that you can really get to it. And Jotaro is smart. On top of having the stand like Star Platinum, I'll have to drop it into like A+, but like I wouldn't say a full S, because still the stands that would go into S will just like they're powerful. Any S tier stand is like gotta be all time powerful, or like maybe like broken. So like I can't give that one to like an S. I have to give it an A because I know it will clap so many other people, but like it's not clapping people in S really.
I'll settle for A+. I'll settle for that.
What about you, White Star?
It's just like the way you go about it. Like the way you set up some tiers. It's like you gotta think of everything that you would put in S tier later on with like different parts, and in this part, and like would that stand be able to compete with any stand in S tier? I don't think so.
It's really a matter of catching them off guard. If it was able to do it, it would beat them. So I'm gonna go with A+.
Yeah, that is true.
Fine, I'll meet you guys in the middle.
A+.
Also B.
Because I
Wait,
remember
why would
I
it be a
said
B?
D.
Whoa, no, that's 3 against 1. This is a podcast, chief. That's an A+.
That's an A+, B.
God
Well, shit.
fucking damn it. Fine. It is. Now.
Hold up. See, the thing is, if we had a lot of followers or whatnot, this podcast would be lit right now. Maybe some people would comment.
It really would.
None of us don't really got no followers like that. We talking to probably like 2 people going to look at this joint.
Awesome, can I be honest with you? If you live stream it, we would probably get viewers. But.
What? I'm not
Yeah.
even.
You know, but. That's
And
just...
I have no decent internet connection, so
In White Star, I don't know if he would be. I don't know. That's just what I don't know at that point.
I mean, we could do the next part on my live, then I guess. I'll do.
Yeah,
that'll
then-
work.
Yeah, we'll do part 4 on yours then. But for now, we are going to do with the next end user, Jay Guile.
Ooh.
The man with the
Hey.
2 right hands.
I don't know how to feel about that one.
I bet niggas just staring at your screen right now talking about it. So you gonna play the game? Let me stop.
Bitch, I don't gotta play no game. They read the title. They read the title. This is a tier list video, and I get PS4 won't let me record just standing around doing nothing. So fuck you, don't be looking at me. Don't be looking at J Guy.
You know what you signed up for. You buckled into this ride.
Yeah,
We're not letting you off now.
Yeah,
Look,
you went on this roller coaster. You choose if you want to leave or not.
Whatever stand we talking about, if it's on the game, I'm pick it.
Huh? You know how many matches that's gonna take, dog? I'm just going to edit a character.
So really, what did that nigga with the 2 right hands do? I don't remember. He seemed useless to me. Pulling that
That's Polnareff's reason for revenge.
I mean, I know that, but he clapped him. I just don't know.
Well, he did stab Muhammad Abdul. He goes through different mirrors, super with the power of light.
The inspiration for Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, okay, I remember. I'm not gonna go first because I'm having mixed feelings. Y'all can do it.
Like I said, as the precursor to Man in the Mirror, I would put him at least A-.
No, I would put him at. I'm agreeing with White Star and saying B. I'm agreeing with White Star.
Right, G. I think you gave him too much credit.
I feel like, I think he was just like a tester for Man in the Mirror.
Because Man in the Mirror is so much better than him in every single way, even in stats. The only reason why Jay Guile even got his stab because he has 2 knives in his in his arm. That's the only reason why.
It ain't even just that. He needs somebody else because it's only a reflection stand. If you anywhere if I walk outside my house and that nigga walk up to me, he can't do nothing. There's no mirrors outside.
Yeah, because if he grabs you, he can't do nothing else. He has to wait for his partner to kill you. Like he can't really kill you himself.
It's capable if it's around something, but that's not really always the case. Me myself personally, I give it a C, but it's
well, I mean, it is called the Hanged Man, so
that is. Yeah.
I'll give it a cool factor of a B.
Bro, I can't face those motherfuckers.
And I mean, it is invisible until you see the fucking knife, so I give it a B for sure.
Yeah, I'll stick with B on this one.
Well, that's overall anyway because we got 1 for A, 2 for B.
Yeah, so that takes it anyway. So yeah.
All right. So we already know who's next, right?
Wait to Alvin.
No. hold on. Yeah, let's see if your sword can beat my gun.
That nigga is getting a straight. He's stupid. I was gonna say B, but it's between A and B for me. I don't know.
I'll go. That is his dad is so ridiculous though. It's just like, wait,
it's right.
This is intangible. You can literally get away with murder if you wanted to, huh?
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna stick what I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and y'all gonna say what the fuck, and I'm gonna have to explain my reason. I'll have to explain my reason. So just say what y'all have to say, and I'll go last. Say what y'all have to say.
Alright.
S tier because he can take over the world and have no problem in the world.
It started lagging hard.
Yeah, no offense, bro.
I thought it was just me for a second.
Okay, I said my bad. I said S tier because he can get away with murder, so he can assassinate anyone to take over the world and have no problems with it.
I was gonna say that, but then also, can I add on then? The reason why I think I believe to be the first S tier, it's because number 1, he can speed down the bullet, he can bend the shit, he can rapid fire just by a single pistol, and he can control each one of those bullets. So if one of those bullets he chooses for one of them to curve, he can just say, "Hey yo, bullet number 5, can you curve for me so it hits him in the back?" Like he can do that. Like
wait.
So, better Sex Pistols.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Sex Pistols done right.
Okay, that is also true, but it's like the thing is when he shoot, it'll curve around, but it's not like it's not gonna. I wouldn't say it's not instantly. Well, I mean it's not instantly, but it's not like it takes forever
and
either.
like the
Because you know when it went up into the air and it turned back around.
Like, remember what it did to Abdul? It made that man shoot backwards.
Oh yeah, like for me personally, I would have to, cause I'm looking at it from perspectives of what it's done and what it can do. See, that joint is like broken and OP, But the only reason that I can't put it in S for myself is because the other stuff that would be in S. And we talking about stand wise, those niggas can deflect his bullets. No problem. So like.
No, that's true, but like, I think it deserves it, and the White Star agrees. We got two that just say
I mean, but like, we got. All right, let's think about this. Is that not him as a character, but as a stand, it is like a better Sex Pistols because like he can command the bullets on his own instead of them like moving around like how Sex Pistols works. And like he has what. The type of gun he has, what is it, 6-9 shots? He can go ahead and blast them.
He can shoot as multiple as he wants. He can shoot as many as he wants.
No, I mean, it's what's in the gun, though, also.
I think it's, I thought it was unlimited rounds.
I don't think he has unlimited. That he would
Let me look at this real quick.
Because, remember, he shot at, remember when he was trying to shoot Jotaro, and he accidentally hit himself with his own bullets and all that, he could have shot more, and I don't really remember seeing him reload, but I feel like he did. And then you also have the fact that well actually yeah, it goes at bullet speed, it can curve, it can shoot. I mean like my man's is actually OP. He's just stupid. He could have beat so many people.
That's his only downfall is he's retarded.
So it's like Ukiyasu but a better Sex Pistol.
Yeah.
But like it's just the stuff that's also in the S tier. Like I would have to give it like an A+.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. I would probably put. This is for future reference because part 4. I'm probably definitely gonna say Zahando is gonna go in S tier, but that's just besides the point.
I mean, the limits itself, like, and we was going looking at character, it would be an A, but the stand itself and what it can do is like an S tier stand. So.
Well, yeah, but then we're not talking about the day. Let's go back to the gun real quick. So like.
I need G's vote because me myself is an A and y'all said S. I don't know about him.
If I can figure out whether or not it needs to reload, that'll give me a
definitive answer.
Just Google it.
Yes.
I'll Google it. Hold up.
If it has infinite bullets, then I'd put it in S. If it doesn't have infinite bullets, it's going at an A+.
Okay, let's see.
Then we have to be in the middle somehow. Ah, fuck.
It's gotta be A.
Hold on, I'm checking right now. Oh, that nigga overpowered. He don't gotta reload. Okay,
let's go in at S then. We got our first S, boys.
Can your sword beat my gun?
The fact that you don't need to reload it, that changes that.
I'm salty.
That makes the biggest difference.
It's like Mrs. Reloading. You have to reload?
Oh, I'm salty.
Like reloading? Huh. No.
Alright, so the next one is that parasite stand that's stuck to Joseph's arm.
Okay. I'm sorry, can we rewind this? See, look, it's easier. It's not like we stacking up. We literally going by parts, and this is a clean podcast. Can we put part 3 start platinum in S? I'm hurt, right?
No. We already decided.
Part 3.
We already decided.
Bro, we literally, you know we're going to have to bring them up to part 4. Because remember, like,
we're not doing any more star platinums. Remember,
but like part 3, my man stopped time for like 10 seconds. Part 4,
shut
he
up!
stopped
Come
it for
on,
1.
continue.
Part 6, he stopped it for 5.
Shut up,
bro. This is gay.
That's a very hard thing.
It really is a.
Well, we're talking about JoJo right now. We can be in between with this. We doing poses.
So the parasite stand.
That get girls.
So, the parasite stand, what do you guys say?
So you're gonna have to be specific because you're gonna have to jog my memory once again. There's
so
the thing that stuck to Joseph's arm and got him in all that fucking trouble.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B.
It really didn't do much. I would rather say C. Like, it didn't do much. I mean, besides fucking around with Joseph really defeated it super easy by doing his usual thing of running away and then reading its tactics by making.
Wait, I got this though. Look at that. You know the stand in part 5. What was it? The shark tongue. What is it called? The one that Narancia had in his mouth.
You mean the tongue twister one? I don't know the name, but I know what you're talking about.
It's the same. It's just like that because. Oh, that works a little, like, it works better because it just stays there, but...
That's true, but, like, that's more specifically with the tongue and can change it no matter how.
Yeah,
how
that's
you
what
say
I'm saying,
right?
whatchamacallit.
But...
As relating to that stand, like the one that you just named, the parasite one, it can go ahead and talk on its own as well as injure the user itself. That's what I mean. Like, so that's why they thought it was him speaking. He's just all like, you know, I'm gonna murder everybody in here and something like that. Or if Jotaro was about to fight or something, he's like, look left. I mean, but like, that's like, see, if you fighting somebody and it wants to attack somebody and you be like, I'm gonna attack on the low when the stand user actually attack. I mean, when the host is attacking from top or something. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah. I generally still think though it deserves to be in C, only because like once it formed into like the body where it could start punching and stuff, it still really didn't do much because like it didn't, like it barely even like, it tore the glove off of Joseph's hand, of his robotic hand, but like it didn't even break the robotic hand. Like the hand was just shaking for a minute, but it didn't look bruised at all.
I think it broke a couple of fingers. That was probably
no, it didn't break a finger. Like it made it look like it cracked like a tiny bit, but like it like barely to where you could even notice. That's why it had to pull out the rusty nail, and then like, you know, then that's when it actually put a hole through it.
Alright, I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C.
I'd put it at D, because it was more of an inconvenience than anything else.
I see that.
Yeah, but remember it's 3C,
But-
1D.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, I would put it at D.
I
Yeah,
was just thinking about what it could
no.
do. That's all I was like,
Let me just make sure, because I want to make sure I'm reading this right, just to make sure I'm not fucking this up whatsoever. Alright, next one is the car stand.
that shit is whack.
The car.
It's only because it didn't know who he was. It can't do anything else besides. It's literally a car. It can't do anything besides be a car.
I mean, it was a death car.
With like fangs
I mean,
and
that's because it
shit,
could drive
but
up
besides
on the
that...
wall. But like, and it pushed them off because it crashed into their car. But if they weren't in a car,
well, it
they
did
would
set
literally
Jotaro
body
on
that
fire.
car. I mean, yeah, that's because of the oil, right? Did he do that himself?
Yeah, like he
or
had the
just-
power to like move the extension to where you could put oil in your veins and you can catch a person on fire.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, like, still, I
don't think that makes a big
whole,
difference. I still
Right.
think it would be bodied by any one of the Joestar crew.
So then,
Yeah.
do you want to say our first F tier?
I mean, no. I mean, because
No,
like, also,
I'd give it
not that bad.
I'd give it a low C, but
Yeah, I was
Overall-
thinking low C.
overall it's gonna get its ass beat in most of its fights.
Yeah, I mean, it can still injure them, but like, if we look at the Joestar crew, the lowest tier in the Joestar crew would be Joseph. He would be C, and I think Joseph would beat that dude too. So like, I mean, I would also give him a C, or yeah, I
Low
give him a
C?
Yeah, either a D or a C, because like,
It floats in between, but
Yeah. Yeah.
because it did some sort of work, but it's still
it can do work, but it has its limits.
right. I'm confused on it. It's bunions, like. Fuck it, I'm giving it a D. Which I
Yeah,
C.
but I'm low C, yeah.
Low. I would say low C.
Okay.
Next is Enya stand, queen or king, I believe. First
Empress.
off, power of smog, so you can hide yourself through it. Number 2, controlling people by making holes in their body. And number 3, motherfucking zombies that don't go down.
I'm sorry. Is this an Endobus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So allowing to control the body part that has a hole through the body, making zombies, and having such a thick smog or mist to where you
and
can't see through
hit
it.
either.
Yeah.
Personally,
I would.
I mean,
I would say B. Say B.
I mean, she did like almost make Joseph die on the gate, and then Polnareff had to lick a toilet. So like,
B plus.
For that, B plus.
yeah.
Because
but
I
that's a
mean,
ton of
the fact that
zombies.
it's intangible does play a big factor.
Yeah, that's why I would say low A for me because like you can't hit it on top of that control other people.
Yeah, it's
not
somewhere
like,
between like high B and low A.
but remember the zombies she had. It's not like they were all very active either. It's not like they weren't fast or anything. They were just walking. They
There.
could grab you, but they didn't do much. Yeah, I'll give it a B.
Alright,
Okay.
so we're putting her in the B tier.
My
Next,
man's literally licked the toilet, a dry toilet.
next, it's the lover. So remember Steely Dan, where Jotaro did all those auras and wrote him a receipt.
Hey, look, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. It's because
no, because of the fact that he can literally just control the brain and kill you whenever he wanted to.
or he can make you
And
do
it's
whatever you
small
want.
as hell, so it's extra hard to see it. On top of that, yeah, no, that's definitely at least an A.
Right. If you really try to hit it like that, you have to be precise. You have to be
You have to
somebody
be precise like
the
Star
JoJo
Platinum, or
crew.
you have to be able to move it like Hierophant Green.
Or somebody that gets JoJo
or just
trouble
have
to,
the
like,
stand
really
use
get
of
rid
the
of that.
sun and melt it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's if you're not.
Because it's like there's
it's
only a handful of people who could beat it, so that's another reason as to why it could get switched.
And also remember, if you get hit, like if he's fighting another stand user, like if he's fighting Jotaro, and that one goes inside of him, and he hits Steely down with the aura the 3-page aura he gave him, Jotaro would be in worse shape than he is because like the damage you get like doubles over time, or something like that. Yeah.
So what do you guys say on this? What do you guys say?
B? I don't know.
So
What do you think?
we got a B.
A.
We
I
got
give
an
it
A. Okay, so wait. A, White Star. B.
B.
We got a B. And I would okay, so it depends on me. Fuck.
I mean, just to go with what you actually think.
All right. Well, it has to be B. I'm sorry. That's just a B stand.
So like we're okay. That's
So-
2 A's and 2 B's. How do we want to do that?
We already got a kill.
We could flip a coin over it.
Yeah.
Okay. So heads or tails? Because I got a nickel right now.
Heads will be A and tails will be B.
Fuck it, I dropped it. What the fuck? Son of a bitch.
Nigga said
I fucking dropped it. You dumb.
It'd be like that, Chief.
It really do be like that. Do I have another coin? Because now my bitch ass fucking dropped the coins. Motherfucker. Fucking slut bag, son of a bitch.
Hang on. There's an app for that. Hold on.
Jolene might be my new main on here.
I found it. Found it. Alright, so what did you say? What did you say? So who has
Okay,
A?
so heads is A and tails is B.
Heads is A, tails is B. Here we go. Tails.
Okay.
So we got, it's B.
Alright, I'm cool with that.
Next up is the sun.
That shit killed camels and made it made Jotaro laugh. That's the
It made them It made them so fucking insane. It made Jotaro, it made Kakumi, it made Polnareff laugh and fucking like.
And Kakyoin is more of a chuckle type. Jotaro doesn't laugh at all. So like, look,
It made him really. Like, I had to give that an A in general, like just by the heat in general, and it made Joseph bring back his classic catcher, the son of a bitch. Holy shit! That's an A. That's
on
straight
top
A.
of that, it has enough heat to like kill you if you don't know how to get past it, and it reflects.
The only
the
and
giant.
like it was so hot, it destroyed his fucking. It destroyed his his binoculars. How hot does it have to be to make binoculars just turn into nothing?
It did take them an episode to find out. Once they did find out, it was easy, but like, I'm still gonna give it a. I'm gonna have to go with A.
A.
Yeah.
It's because our fucking tank doesn't
It's not appropriate.
man. I'm like,
But
It
like
was
any
so
main
ridiculous. It
JoJo,
really put them through it until they managed to figure out what the hell was going on.
When I just remembered I could have just made computer versus computer, but I didn't do that whole entire time.
Ooh.
I should be eating this little dude up right here. Fucking breakfast. Yeah, like, I never know which one is on and mine or is ours and theirs.
No, no, he's transforming. Oh my gosh, no. Oh,
Okay,
we're dead.
so now
the
next is Lundy Who.
Say no himself.
Lundy Who.
I'm sure it's Lollyho, bro.
Lundy Who, Lundy How, Lundy He. I don't give a shit.
Lollyho. Lollyho.
So the power of manipulating dreams, the power of using the scythe, doesn't have a body, mainly has heads and shoulders.
Actually, I'm gonna have to give it an S personally.
Are we talking about Death 13?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lundy Who.
Oh, wait, it actually has a name besides Death 13?
No,
he always says Lollyho. That was the catch.
Lundy Who.
Okay, I'm gonna explain, like, for one, like, as a stand user, like, you will make sure that they don't know you're their enemy. So if you at a sleepover and you go to sleep, and they all stand users, when you're killing them all in their sleep, because, you know, they think you chill with them, you're all asleep. And it's, nobody can do anything in that dream world. He can even mimic other stands to beat people up, like he did with Star Platinum. And he can control anything, turn into a pan, and, like, just kill you with his own stand. He literally controls. It's a whole nother world. Like, that has to be S. Like, unless, like, because Kakyoin managed to escape, because, like, Kakyoin is smart, but, like, that's because he escaped the first time, because this man almost had a heart attack because he saw a dog die next to him. Now, if you don't have that dog in your dream, then, like, you know, Kakyoin would have died. Like, that just has to be S for me.
What do you guys say? I would say A. I would just say A because, like, it got founded out so quickly and it got defeated, like, once in, like, the third attempt.
No one found out besides Kakyoin, even when they won.
I say A because of its user.
It's actually putting a reminder in himself and trying to force everyone to believe him, for them to actually figure out what the hell is going on. Even though nobody actually ever believed him in the end.
Yeah. Even so, the only reason he had to stand is because he had it out when he got knocked out. They didn't knock him out. My man would have died. They all would have died.
I'll back up Jermaine with that one, because the fact that it's mainly intangible, and you can't even if you can hit it, you can't exactly harm the user by touching it. Yeah, that's a pretty big advantage there.
Yeah,
so now it's between White Star and me and you two, because we both say A because of just because of the user, what it is.
Yeah, but like the fact that it was able to do so much with its user being a fucking baby,
literally being an infant.
Yeah, being a baby, I would put it S tier because you would never expect it to be the fucking baby until you find out.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, I guess I'll go. So our second S.
Yo, big facts. If he put Dio in that world, yeah, he would die because, you know, the sun is literally in that world too. It don't even matter.
Never becomes night.
Yeah, he technically could beat Dio.
Yeah.
One fell swoop.
That definitely works there.
He technically could defeat any vampire.
Yeah, that straight up S.
Alright, well, so then we got our second S tier.
Damn, how long we been doing this? Y'all cool? Cause y'all sometimes y'all like, you White Star, y'all be sounding out of it.
Bro, we're halfway done. We're halfway.
Sorry, I'm eating, that's why.
So we're halfway, guys. How do you guys feel?
I'm actually surprised we're halfway done, but that's
so
interesting discussion about this.
So next is Hell to You, the fortune teller stand, or the granting wish genie stand. But you know, it grants your wish, but in a fucked up way.
It's basically the monkey's paw as a stand.
Yeah. So personally, I'm gonna go with B because I know what it can do. But it's like, it was really sneaking around for in there. Like Abdul really just came back and just clapped that nigga. And so I don't know. Me myself, I just give it a B.
I would also say, wait, Did it have a user? Now that I think
It did, but he was hiding underground. They pissed inside the little mouth hole he was breathing in.
So then,
I completely forgot about that.
I have to give that a B now, just because I was gonna give it A because it actually does grant your wish, but just because of that bitch moment, it gotta be B. It gotta be B.
I was gonna say just a standard B, but now I'm saying a B minus.
That's a B minus indeed.
I mean, it's cool, but you know, the fact that it really is not benefiting anybody but the user just to dick other people over, it's just like.
I mean, like, it can attack, but it's not like his power is really anything. All he did was catch Polnareff off guard because he thought he was, like, I mean, because it shows you what you really want to see. It did show him his sister. Like, that's dope, but it's not really affecting him as much. I mean, you can't lure somebody out. I mean, like, see, usually I'll elaborate on what the stand can do, like I've been doing, but, like...
But there isn't that much that it did, so there's not much to try and explain.
I mean, yeah, like, it sits there, it makes you see what you want to see.
It's very
so it throws you off and
straightforward.
attack you. But it's not going to kill you in one fell swoop because it's not like it's super powerful. So like, and the stand user has to be around. They found the pipe coming out the ground and started peeing in it. So like, and he started drinking pee because like since he was straight underground, he couldn't just pop up instantly because he had to dig his out. So he had to drink that.
So yeah, no, it's definitely.
Iraq lobster.
Alright, you guys ready for the next stand?
Yes.
Next stand is the one that can throw the cars at you and with the diamond teeth.
Oh.
The one that Jotaro had to break through by just doing Order Rush over and over again to get out of.
Well, we never actually saw the stand user's face.
Actually,
the clam chick.
Yeah.
Oh, a D.
Yeah, besides like morphing into shit, it's just like you really didn't do much.
I mean, I got this. Well,
You want to go ahead and give your explanation?
Because like, okay, I know like my vote might not always be like right, but I'm usually around to hit the mark because like the stand itself, my nigga, it traps you because it has to be like because it looked like it was like some type of giant clam looking joint. It's a water stand too. What like one, it's not gonna do nothing out of water, and then two, it don't do anything but hold you captive. And if you affect it, then the user is busted as well. Like Jotaro cracked her teeth. She was all messed up. So like, I mean, the only reason it's not as is because it can trap the user and hold them in there. And unless you're already like a power stand, you're not breaking out. But it's also you have to be underwater. So like, it's not really doing much. Just like the ship, like it's cool and like it can do something, but like that's under circumstances. So like, yeah. I don't know what I think.
I give it a C. And I give it a C only for the fact that it could potentially, you know, it would take a long ass time, but you technically could get the slow grind going to, you know, kill a stand user if they don't have a crazy power type stand.
I mean, I don't think they need a crazy power type. I think they just need one in general because, like, Jotaro really wasn't trying with his auras. Really, he was just doing it. But like,
but you know what I
still
mean.
do need a power 10. I meant stand. I said 10. What the power 10? Once was white and became black. But nah, yeah. I don't know. Reese, what about you? Like, yeah.
I'll agree with you guys. I can't really give this stand a good rating for how shitty it was.
I have a D.
It's very situational. There's nothing to really do.
That's why I don't see how I give it a C. It's just like the ship for me. That's why I put it in D. Like,
it's just the fact that it could potentially kill somebody.
I would say D. I gotta agree with Awesome on this one. That shit's a D, dog.
Okay. Let's look at that stand in the ship. At least the ship, you can control it to hurt people. The other one, it just captures you. So, I mean, of course it can do something, but if you're looking at stand users, they can do anything to the inside of that, like, because it's a giant mouth, but it doesn't have a body. All they gotta do is, like, start stabbing the tongue or something like that, but Jotaro just came and started hitting the teeth, because they figured out what they were in. They weren't in it for long. That's what I mean, like, if it was that or the ship, I feel like the ship would do more damage. because the ship you can hold people down and like maybe attack people. That's why I put it in D. But like,
Alright.
I mean, so we still gonna go like flip the coin again because it's DC or like change it?
No, it's still 3-1 at that point.
Wait, 3-1? Wait, I thought Reese picked D.
I said D.
I did D.
Oh, so D.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I said, it's 3-1.
So
Oh.
now it is time for the best dog stand and only dog stand. The Fool.
Oh, my nigga. S.
I need that reasoning right now. I need it.
One sec. I have the perfect reasoning. Just gotta get this image up.
Actually, I'm gonna agree. You can go first.
Now, it's a fucking dog, dude.
Is that it?
No. I mean, really, if you think about the world today, even if not just the world, most of these people in the future, they can look at the dog and they're like, man, this dog ain't shit. Now, unless it was a fucking, what's his face? Part 4 bitch ass nigga Josuke, who fought a cannon cat, whatever the fuck. Alright. Other than that,
the rat.
yeah, other than that, nobody's gonna suspect the dog. Just gonna the shit beat out of them. Yeah, he's just gonna eat the ass. But with that being said, to be really honest, I think it'd be really a B tier. It has high capabilities, but it also has its drawbacks due to the fact that its dog is so very simple-minded.
It's a dog. Dogs are very simple creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, like when he was
like draws it back.
I mean, I wouldn't call him simple-minded because like nobody on like the slowest person on the Joestar team was Polnareff. Iggy was smarter than him because like, okay, Polnareff fought 3 people in the squad. He fought Iggy, even though it was like a small fight joke. He still lost. He fought Abdul and he lost, and he fought Jotaro and he lost. He got like almost an S tier stand, but sit there like because he doesn't think like Iggy himself. Like when he was still like. When he cares about himself, he seems simple-minded, but like, he fought Pet Shop and literally outsmarted him, ran from him until sunset, went underground, and still made that bird explode, and on top of that, my man sat there and made a clone of Dio with his stand to attack Vanilla Ice, and it's the other capabilities, like, he can glide with his stand for a long period of time, and on top of that, he can go over there and, what is it, what did he do with his sand? Was he the one that repelling the sand off of the thing? Oh no, that was the blind dude. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, whatchamacallit? Yeah, he can go ahead. He can make sand clones. He can go ahead and cover himself up with sand. He can make stuff to make it like he can just shapeshift his sand into different things. And on top of that, it can become a shield for him like Gara, where you can't hit it or anything. He can like shoot himself up with the sand like he did with Pet Shop and bite his beak, and then like. There's something else I'm missing. Oh yeah, he can go ahead and like stick to the ceiling and whatnot too to help him like when they was fighting Vanilla Ice. I would like I would give it an A.
I'd give it an A
for versatility.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I'd give it an A. It does have many things it could use.
Pretty much summed up everything that I kind of wanted to say. So I'm definitely going to say that is definitely an A tier. It's A tier.
Oh yeah, on top of that, even when he don't use the stand itself is also like a sort of a power type stand. That joint is like...
And that bitch can glide for a long ass time.
I forgot it was like a power type stand too. Yeah, that joint is... Yeah.
So we're going with A?
Yep.
Alright.
Got farted on. He farted on his mouth.
Now it's time for the most deadly stand, Geb.
Yeah.
You guys know what Geb is?
Nigga, you gonna have to remind me. I keep
The
Blind
water
water
guy you
guy.
were just talking about.
Oh, that's S.
Blind.
Yeah. That's no contest right there. That is definitely
He
S.
was knocking him out. He had him on their toes. This man can... No.
He can't see, and this man's controlling water and kicking everybody's ass.
Can literally go anywhere, turn into a spear, stab you. It can... Yo, the amount of shit... Sorry, I can't
You know what?
elaborate.
The best way I can explain this is when Kai hit you with that Bruce Lee speech about water yesterday. That is legit the best way to explain how strong that sand is. Become water.
It's a
Water
remote
is
stand that's
formless.
powerful and can do different. I forgot everything it can do, but I know it can go ahead and turn into like sharp and stab you. It can go ahead and hit people. It can go ahead and track you wherever you at, and like literally its range is like, yeah, it's a remote stand. Its range is almost like limitless, I guess, if you want to say that. Like remote stands, you don't need to be in the range, so. And it almost has like, yeah, it has like about the same speed as Star Platinum. I mean, Star Platinum's still faster than it, but that one was hella close. And it can go ahead and track you wherever you at too, as long as you make like a sound or whatever, then it knows where you at. It's like a zombie.
Exactly. So,
its user is blind, so his senses are heightened.
That is true. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that one. But then
Which
at
makes
that,
it
remember,
better,
but it would
because
still be
it uses
pretty
his
good
other
even if you
senses.
could see.
Yeah, if he could see, I bet it'd be better.
yeah, that's what I
Right.
mean, because remember, even though he's blind, remember how far they were. And my man's was not hearing them. That was a stand itself, because it's like his remote control. He was like looking with the stand. I guess. Why y'all get quiet on me? I feel like I was wrong for a second.
Oh no.
I'm thinking, because like,
Yeah, same here, to be honest.
you got a point, because the stand was hella far.
That nigga was like 3 desert mountains over. I don't know.
And he was ready to kill everybody too.
Yeah.
I mean, I see why I go in A, because I mean, like his senses as well. Yeah, but like the speed, the range, everything he can do. I don't know. Maybe A or S. It's in between that for me. So.
Because he really gave everybody the hand. I think. Wait, who was it that actually beat him?
It was Jotaro, because they was about the same speed. Jotaro hit him first before it like they would have hit each other at the same time, but since Jotaro was a little faster, that John he hit him and it moved and hit his hat instead of hitting Jotaro in the face. So it almost has the speed of Star Platinum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the only water stand that can move that don't have to be in water. And I like that. The other 2 water stands we named were booty.
But that's because it actually is water.
That
He's
is
a whole
true.
water bender.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the clip right now. He just turned the water into a hand. It's that like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's how Kakyoin got his eyes sliced.
Yep.
Oh, and that joint instantly cut off the dude's hand without even being sharp. Woo. Yeah, the stand is not because of his senses. The stand reacts to sound on its own.
So then I guess I would say S then. That had to be an S.
yeah, actually, at that point, it's S.
Yep, you just said it attacks by detecting sound. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get S. And it reacts to the smallest of sounds, because the blood was just dripping off Kakyoin's eyes. That joint yeeted right over to them.
It's basically an extra sensitive highway star.
Yeah, there you go.
Because for a second I did think it was his senses, but like that
I
shit
mean,
just like his
that
users.
would have been a decent enough explanation too. All things considered.
Yo, this seemed crazy. I forgot Paul never got attacked too. He was running for his life. Oh yeah, that joint turned into a whip and cut his leg. Yeah, that shit is S. I don't even know. So we gonna move up.
Yeah.
Or like Reese, what you think?
I said S.
It's a unanimous S.
Especially, you know, something gotta be. That's when the whole group really gotta work together to beat it.
So,
That's true.
do you guys mind if we go to the next stand?
Let's,
Yeah.
let's get it on.
The Oingo Boingo brothers, the older one.
Oh,
The
no.
power of him changing his face.
Can I say it? Can I say we might finally have our first F's here?
I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta retract one of those statements. I'm looking at him, the Endo did have this hole in the ground to also react with the stand as well to hear the sound as well. So I don't know if it's fully it's not fully the stand that just reacts to sound itself. It was also him. So like I don't know if that's still S because like it can still do all the other stuff I said, but like
Oh no, no, all that versatility, no, it's still an S.
okay, I you know, sure.
But no, I think we might have our first F tier.
What? What about Holly? See that?
Okay, let me put it this way: someone who can actually use their stand.
What thing are we talking about that? I just didn't want to
Boingo, the older one who can only change his face.
To make him look like someone like, you know, looking like someone a bit.
I don't even remember that nigga.
Remember he died by the bomb that Oingo Boingo made from his comic book. So I would say E.
Oh! Yeah. Oh, yeah, if he wants you to die, he can predict your...
Yeah, no. But not the little kid, the older one.
The older one. Oh, yeah.
Where he can change his face, so that's it. So I would say E.
That's an F.
No, that's an E. That's lower than F. That's an E, dog.
No. E... Wait, how it... Oh, right, because basic grading scale. Right.
I mean, it's not actually on there, but like, yeah, yeah, Holly finally got a buddy now.
Can we get an F tier in the chat?
Yeah, F tier. F.
Nigga had to swallow cigarettes too, I forgot.
Yeah.
So up next is the little brother, Oingo Boingo, you know, the comic book
his
kid.
skin is OP.
I'll give him a... Okay, because it doesn't have any physical capabilities, that... Well, it does have a pretty strong ability, though. You can essentially write fate. That is pretty strong.
I mean, he can only do it himself. It's what he thinks when he sees it. Like, if he really doesn't want a person to be alive, they'd be like him and his brother would work like that. It'd be like, you gonna die, you get on here or whatever. You get on there and you die. I mean, like, I don't know.
I want to put it at A.
But it's not on his own though. If it was really at A, he could have beat them because like
that is true because he wouldn't have needed a whole horse to help him.
Right? Yeah.
So, okay, I'll demote that to C+.
Yeah, C+ seems alright. Doesn't seem bad, doesn't seem good, so...
What else did it do, though? Because now I'm thinking... Is it what he thinks that really happens that he wants to happen to the user? Because, like... Or is it just what actually is going to happen and he just tells them? Because...
I think it's what actually is going to happen.
I would put it lower than that then, because for a second I thought it was OP, but I was thinking, I'm gonna put it at D. Because he doesn't have the ability to control it himself. So.
E. A. It's E.
Okay.
I just say E because
they
both suck.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all made an agreement there, right?
No, we all had something different. Like, because like I remember, I thought he was actually OP, but like that nigga just, it's like, say if you go on trip when you walk down the street, be like, yo, if you walk down that street, you going trip, little nigga, and you just walk and you fall. Like, I'm gonna give it an F. Fuck that.
Oof.
As a stand user, like, imagine Joker walk up to you and be like, if you punch me, you wanna die later. And that nigga still kill you. Nigga, what did you accomplish?
Okay, yeah, no. No, you're right.
Alright, so, by the way, before I say this next stand, we have, let me just count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 stands left before we're done.
Podcast. I'm gonna have to add Logan Paul or something to get some views.
Shut the fuck out, dog. We got 10 stands left.
This is actually a good podcast. Well, like
we got 10 stands left before part. We got 10 stands left before we're done. We got 10
I'm gonna
stands.
be sad because this podcast was bomb. This one's actually
that's what I'm saying.
Logan Paul.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna do a better one with the next one. They're gonna get funnier every new part. That's what I'm saying. This is why I was actually really happy about this. So, now next up is the main sword himself, Anubis. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, me and you talked about that with each other before. I don't know about them. So,
I generally, I'm going to say how I felt before. He deserves to be an S. S tier.
I'd say A.
S tier.
I would have to say A, only due to the fact that the sword needs somebody to actually hold it.
Yeah, if they just walk past it, then like say if he start floating, then like it's a wrap. He can drop to the bottom of the ocean. But like if he do have somebody in his possession, like Paul Nerf, that's what like boosts him up to an A, because like he'll be like unstoppable unless you got somebody that can like break the helm or whatever. So like, but like
it's already like super duper powerful, and it has a lot of speed to go back itself up. Even if you aren't like say an experienced sword user, it can essentially carry you itself.
Right.
But the sole drawback is the fact that it has to have a user.
Yeah, right. If you look at it too, as well as like whatchamacallit, he like the person that he possessed at first that Paul Nerf was fighting, he was like a basic human and he was able to fight Paul Nerf because you know stands can't hit each other, but since it was Anubis, he was able to block his rapier with that sword, but he was still able to make the human keep up with Paul Nerf. I mean, of course, he wasn't going full speed because he started just using the sword itself to have a sword fight. Still, like, went up against somebody like him himself, as well as the possession, and you know, boosting them up. So like, and then like when he did possess him, putting 2 swords of Paul Nerf, that feed is that nigga lagged out.
Oh shit, did he? Oh, I think he lagged out. Alright, so
Yeah.
your boy White Star lagged out for a second, so we're gonna have to wait for his input. Or he got tired and he accidentally, I guess he just must have fell fucking asleep.
We'll find out.
I know, next episode of JoJo Ball Z. Me myself, yeah, I'm gonna just go with an A, because even though it can do all that stuff at the end of the day, it is just still just a sword. If it ends up getting knocked out, it can't do nothing. Or like remember the first time they thought they got rid of it? It fell like on the boat with water, and then they got crushed. So like, I can't put it like S tier is like them unstoppable stands where you gotta beat the user. Like that's what I'm looking at. Like somebody get past it, because like the ones we have in S tier.
And it's a cool thing that it doesn't have a definitive use, so it doesn't have as much of a weakness with that. But the fact is, still seriously needs to have a user.
Yeah. So like the stuff in S tier, like when you look at the other stuff in the same tier, you just have to look at what's there and like how does it actually fit that tier. Because what we already have in S tier, it would not be able to go up against anything in S tier. So yeah. Because it still has like an easier way to be stopped than the other ones we already put there. Hashtag JoJo. I'm not JoJo. Because he shouldn't be there. Part 3 JoJo. Because I'm still gonna argue it. But like, yeah. So like, okay,
Chill the fuck out.
Come on, we going by parts. You just being lazy. It's a podcast. Put JoJo in S tier. And butt munch.
So is
Because
Mr.
remember, you know he's still gonna
Mr.
pop up on the
Dijon
list.
Mustard coming back, or
I have no clue. I invited him.
It's all wrong.
oh my. You joined back the other party? Did Don take another town after or something? Like, we're trying to figure out what the fuck happened over here. I will admit, he did go quiet for a bit, so that could have been him lagging out, or like...
That's what I'm assuming it was.
Did someone... Oh, wait, do you want me to invite him?
You're the private party, so you have to invite him.
That's true. That's probably why he can't join back. Yeah, we got, so we just did Anubis, right? So. But then we need White Star's opinion. Okay, sorry about that. I did not know if you liked it. Oh, B? Oh, D. Anubis, D? Alright, so the. Oh, fuck, not another one. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. So, okay, so that means it's an A. Now we go to the electrical socket in the desert.
Oh hell yeah.
Was that what the one with the dry poop?
No.
The
No,
thick ass
it's the
bitch.
chick who magically made her tits bigger. At
That I really like that one, but
A.
first
the
I was
fact that
gonna
it's
say
just an
A or B.
electrical socket.
I don't know why
because,
the
like,
fuck Joseph would even think of touching that.
touch anybody and like really they just you just gonna unless you beat her you're like the ones like okay, the stands where you actually need to beat the user to beat the stand, those are like the stronger ones because like they OP, so like
And she does have a pretty good ability.
Yeah.
she reminds me of the blind dude with the water stand, but he's better than her, so like he can use his anywhere. If you're in the middle of a desert and she touches you, I mean, like, it's not much, it's not happening. But that dude, he's versatile, so I'm gonna give her an A or B.
I would say
Like,
B.
yeah. I'd say it's A or B. B.
Well, actually, no, on A, because we all like mainly stand users are in the city and all that. If she touches anybody in Part 4 or whatnot, and like Mario, you got cars and all that, like they just they gonna die. They gonna
And when Joseph and Avdol got stuck on that train track,
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
that was
Hey.
tense.
Yeah, that's an A.
And she can
So
seduce you.
True.
That too.
Oh, I'm telling you, I would die by her, no cap.
Me too.
So if we're going that next, we have to, and then the power of being a child molester.
Hisoka or Orochimaru?
No, no, remember the shadow stand where if it touches you, you de-age.
Oh, that one.
That
Turn
stand is
color
actually
there.
OP.
It's a baby.
Turns you into an embryo if it holds on to you long enough.
Oh, it just keeps if he did that to Dio, he will literally turn him back into Part 1 Dio and he'll just freeze his ass.
He literally.
Because remember, he got 100 years on
No,
him.
he could have really brought back his powers.
Because like it
yeah,
just reversed, and
that's-
Dio been alive for like 100 and how many is it now? 118 years by the time it's Part 3. I think.
Yeah. Jojo.
Or
yeah,
so-
that's definitely S tier.
no, they got married. He was alive 1920 then, because I forgot he got married with Aaron and all that. It's like 120, but like still, unless you had your stand when you were a kid, you're gonna get clapped. Or unless you're Jotaro, because that nigga was buff as a kid. This nigga said, oda. Yo.
Man was really beating the crap out of him as a kid.
I mean, this man's never lost a fight until, I don't want to talk about it. But,
Until we get to that part.
yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when Austin's gonna start getting sad.
I'm gonna give him an A.
Wait,
I
are you
can't-
streaming this on Twitch or on
YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
I don't know whether to give him an A or an S, because, like, that really is just OP, like
I want to
for
say
real.
S.
Yeah, like,
I was gonna say A, but the fact that is right, he can technically de-age anyone.
right.
He can, just immediately skyrocket up to S off of that.
Unless you beat him, you're not going back up. So you already
You have to either beat him incredibly fast or have a lot of willpower and just have been a massively strong ass kid like Jotaro.
That nigga was just buff. He wasn't even willpower. That nigga just said, "Oh, you thought I can't fight?" Yo.
Man said, "Oda." It's like, ew,
Yeah, no,
shit.
like it takes a very special kind of person to beat him anyway. So yeah, no, that's definitely
Okay,
S.
I do see him as an S tier. The user himself, he was just stupid. It's the same with Polnareff. Like Polnareff could be like he's already like
It's
OP.
the cacuing disease. I mean,
Yeah,
not the
it's
cacuing
the
disease,
user
my bad.
themselves.
The Okuyasu disease.
Well, it's
This
because
acting was
of
actually
Sting, who was a
bad.
pedophile. That's the reason why everything happened.
I'm gonna give that
I
man.
mean
an
that
S.
too.
Yeah, it
Although
works
he
on
was
shadows too.
terrifying.
I mean, but if it's at night, his stand don't work. Well, no, he could just flash.
No,
some
it
light on you, keep
depends.
at
It all
bay.
depends on where he's at.
Right? Yeah. All he gotta do is touch your shadow. I mean, for real, all he gotta do is have like a flashlight or a phone, and he still
Right.
die. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
flashlights
gonna
are
give him the S.
that easy to come by.
Yeah,
And the
how
fact
do
that
you
he
guys think?
stepped on that woman like it really wasn't nothing, even though he was lusting after her before, he de-aged her. That was
He was
You know,
lusting
yeah, he's
over
an
her
S.
when she was a little girl, but then when she became an embryo, he said, "Ew." I would-
S?
good.
So, how do you guys feel about that?
You know, like I said, I'm
Shut up,
going
man.
with S tier. Even though he is absolutely fucking stupidly terrifying.
I will go with S. So the last one is going with White
S.
Star. Oh, all S. All right, another S.
Yes.
A lot of them are S tier.
Why you saying it
Really.
like that? You good?
All right, so
Because, yes.
now next it's open the game. Darby stand. What do you?
See.
I agree, but I want to know
B
why.
plus.
If you don't play a card game with him, nigga, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, it really all comes down to whether or not you accept the game.
Like, yeah, you have to say, "I bet my soul," and if you don't bet your soul, you're kind of just like, "What you gonna do?"
What are you gonna do? What if you say, I bet a coin?
No,
You
it's like,
stand
"I
taking
bet
away a coin.
my
Oh,
quarter."
well. He just wasted his time.
C minus.
Yeah, that wasn't that hard to really go off of. So yeah, we're gonna say C on that one.
However,
But it was very situational that the reason they won. That's why. As well, you gotta take that into account.
JoJo managed to bullshit his way to victory.
That
That-
nigga's poker face is insane.
No. Because remember, he was like, thank God I didn't look at my hand, otherwise I don't think I'd have been able to pull all this shit off just now.
Oh right, he didn't even look at his cards. That nigga
Right.
was wild. I forgot. Yo, I would have lost.
He had to like fake confidence so hard that he didn't even look at his cards. And after the fact, he's like, "Oh thank God! If I had looked at his forehead, I don't think I would have been able to pull that off just now." Because his hand was absolute garbage. He wasn't gonna win if he had looked.
So are we going to the next standaroo?
Yes.
It is now time for Pet Shop.
Hey.
Same tier as Iggy because them niggas were going through it with each other. So like Iggy's an A, I'm gonna give him an A. Cause that man, it's a bird. You're not gonna expect the bird to be a stand user for one. Two, that nigga's in. Well, no, I'm talking about Pet Shop himself. I mean, okay.
Well,
Talking
Pet
about his
Shop,
stand,
I would
though?
know something's wrong with that fucking bird if you're gonna wear a helmet and a scarf on a fucking bird like
Okay,
that.
you're
But
right.
you know,
My fashion
right.
choices.
And it
is
has
not
a
going
big
to
ass
judge a bird by
feather.
the cover, okay?
and then having a big ass feather on that helmet, like, and then the bird smirking at me. By the way, so like I would instantly be thinking like, the
yeah,
fuck is
but like
wrong
that
with
one
this
dude
bird?
he killed to try and get info, that was an insta kill. My man can like just create a giant crystal and drop it. He can shoot them out like they nothing. He can freeze you. That's an A tier stand. Yeah, it's so versatile. He can freeze niggas. He can shoot niggas. He can crush niggas. Like
He made birds terrifying.
he can also make them explode. If I remember.
Damn.
So we're all agreeing with A then.
B.
Yeah.
What? But why though?
Yes.
Yes.
They're fucking animals.
What you got against animals, dog?
I have nothing against animals. It's just when you get your limits, then it becomes a situation. And once that situation is not apparent, you lose.
Wait, that nigga fought underwater and in the air. He can fly. If you want to talk about them, the user itself, that nigga's smarter than Paul Neref and a couple of other niggas.
Being smarter than pulling air ain't a feat.
Okay, you. Well, he's almost as smart as Iggy, but Iggy was smarter than him. So like, and Iggy is smart. I don't know.
Alright.
I'll
You
put it
know
this
what?
way: being smarter than Okuyasu ain't a feat. Okay, it takes at least a little bit of brain power to be smarter than Polnareff.
Yeah.
You gotta be smarter than the no, smarter than the Rancha. No, that's a feat.
Exactly.
Hey, Fugo, how do I do my timetables?
I got it right, Fugo. Puts a fork in his eye. Yeah, you totally did.
Nigga didn't even get mad before. He got mad once he called him stupid. His yo.
It's like, I'm used to this abuse. You're stupid. The fuck you just call me?
Right, and Gino ain't walk in, yo. That nigga don't got anger problems like Fugo, but that nigga do be getting mad. Like, yo.
Yeah, but it's so funny because
Bro,
it's the
seeing Fugo be angry is just like watching a guy getting an anger management, realizing he hates his anger management manager.
Accurate. Surprisingly.
So, alright.
I gotta give that stand an A.
So we're all going with A?
yes, the majority vote
Oh yeah,
goes
majority.
towards A.
Alright, majority vote. And next is Darby's brother. But instead of turning you into poker chips, he turns you into creepy ass dolls if you lose a video game.
I'll put it this way: in modern times, and considering how jokey people are and not understanding, I'd put it at B tier.
Wait, what's that we talking about?
Darby's brother.
In this current era, I'd put him in B tier.
I mean, I see him the same as his brother. So,
Well, no, but you have to lose at a video game. So, like, if let's say if you lost to J-Man 3 times in a row, you would turn into a creepy ass doll.
I mean, say if you was online, all the user gotta say is that they bet something for real. If you online and they can say, all right, bet your soul, they'd be like, bet.
Well, no, you have to beat him because remember, like, the only way to get past him was to beat him. You had to beat him in a game, and if you lost the game, so it's literally just better Darby because you have to go in the game.
Do you actually have? Hold on, let me see this shit. Hold on. Here we go. Let go of George. Wait a minute, I'm confused. What was attached to my nigga's arm? I don't remember. Okay, I'ma just because I don't remember that you actually have to play it, but I'm gonna go with you on this. I'll give it a B then, cause that's an upgrade from his brother.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a B either way.
Agreed.
Okay.
So yeah, B. Now up next is the room stand where they had to find that little weird vampire nigga in Dio's mansion. I would give that a D because all it was a game of hide and seek, but Avdol just uses flames to find them really easy in a building. So like,
Yeah.
It's just an upgrade from the ship.
so D.
It's just like the ship. At the end of the day, I give it a D.
Yeah.
Alright, so D it is, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we have literally 3 stands left, by the way. We already have 3 stands. Only 3.
Do we have anything in B tier? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we do. We got some B
Yeah.
tiers.
We have a good little handful of B tier.
Cause all I'm remembering, we say C and A a lot.
Well,
and we got a few D, a couple F. I don't really remember about B. That's ours.
well, here's one that I think that should be an S tier, but I don't know. That's just me. Vanilla ice cream.
In reality, it should be an S.
Yeah.
Should.
That stand did basically damn near obliterate both of them at the same time.
There's actually one thing about it that's, well, it's still an S either way for me. I was about to say A, because he can't see what he's doing when he's in the stand, but like, at the same time, I mean, like, because when he got out of it, he got stabbed right in the mouth by Polnareff, because, like, that's what I mean, Polnareff's not completely retarded like Okuyasu. My man's actually got, like, battle smarts, and sometimes,
Right.
but, like, that stand, even, like, of course, every stand may have some sort of weakness, like, the world, that's an S tier stand, but, like, well, I don't really have it.
I mean, it's
We get what
practically
they're saying.
invulnerable. It's invulnerable until it opens up the portal.
Yeah. Even so, you can still move around and still get a ton of stuff, but that's
Unless
the only
you're
difference is you're just vulnerable. There's still less, yeah.
Unless you're super fast, you really aren't beating that when its portal's open.
That's why I give Polnareff credit. That nigga beat Dio Jr. Or Dio's gay.
I give him the credit, but I would make Ice S after what all of he's done.
Yeah, S.
All right, I think everyone knows what's up next, right?
The World Dog.
I have to put that in A. I have to put that in A.
Hello.
Hey.
Hold on now.
It's just like
That should
Star
be an
Platinum.
automatic S tier.
It's
No,
just like
no.
Star Platinum.
Okay, Reese. Remember, the only reason that Jotaro on your tier list right now is in A is because you decided to combine his parts. If we was going straight part 3, that nigga's an S.
Well, if we're putting all Zelworldo, well, if we were putting Zelworldo 7 and Zelworldo 3 together, that would be S plus, or even higher.
No, that's S like part 7 the world is definitely S. Part 3 is also S because like you know that
Stopping
nigga.
time is a big deal, and he can stop time for longer than Star Platinum ever could.
No,
And
that
on
is
top of that,
no part 3 he just spammed it. Part 3 Jotaro stopped time longer than him. Which
no, remember he waited until his ran out in order to activate his.
Yeah, and even when he did, he still had more time than Dio because my man's sat there. He moved from under the thing, and he was on top of it. And
Yeah, in part
he
3,
walked over to
Jotaro
it.
can do it for 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just that once he got to part 4, that nigga dropped down to 1. He got back
5.
to part. Oh yeah, no, you right. I forgot because he beat Kira. It was just when he first encountered Josuke that it was like, no.
One
still, it was
second.
5. And then yeah, because then in part 6 is also 5. Yeah, that nigga. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said we should like. It's a podcast. It's not like it's gonna take us a long time to just do Jotaro again the next time we do part 4 or something. That's why we just doing straight part 3. Might as well drop Jotaro in S and it's along with Dio and us. No, didn't we skip over the nigga that can change his face that Jotaro punched and they thought it was a woman?
That was Steely Dan.
No, nigga, that was not.
No, I mean that was Robert Soul.
That wasn't the one that made the mansion, though. That was the one that could just switch his face to a woman.
Oh.
Well, I
Because
didn't
he's a
count that.
straight-
I didn't count that as a cell stand because that was more vampire cells than stand.
That wasn't the vampire cells. That was his actual stand. That's why I remember when he looked at the flashback that they said, "Why are you even here? I should kill you myself." And even the Darby's was looking down on him. That
Like, that's all he could do, so it wouldn't matter anyway. I just said that as a relevant stand.
I mean, we're talking about all of it. I just wanted to let everybody know. Drop that man in F real quick. I mean, you can't forget about a stand user, but even though he ain't shit, we even brought up.
I mean,
Holly.
we brought up older Blingo.
Yeah, alright, yeah. I guess we'll put that man in F real quick, so he's in F now. But now if we're going back in the world, yeah, I guess it was S, right?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, so we got one more stand. Final stand.
Who the fuck?
The manga stand, Charmy Green. Does anyone know what this thing does? Before I explain it.
Remind me.
So, pretty much, has the power to stop time, has all the powers like Star Platinum, the range in Emerald Splash.
Oh, you talking about Kakyoin's and his son, the little spin-off small manga chapter. Bruh.
Yeah. Charmy Green. Yeah.
Okay, so basically it was something that affected Hierophant Green, and that nigga laid an egg, and it came out to be like a mixture of Jotaro and Kakyoin's stand, and it looked like a skinny Jotaro or whatever, so he has all the powers to start Platinum and Hierophant. So like that nigga's an automatic S, even though it's like a for fun manga chapter. So like
Yeah, that would make him automatic S.
Yeah.
At that point, he's got super speed and strength.
and he has like all the movement of Hierophant on top of the power of Star Platinum, and being able to like make his stand move apart and turn it into strength. On top of just become a buff Superman, and that's just broken. And imagine shooting out Emerald splashes and running on a nigga.
Wait, hold up. That officially says we're now done with part 3. We're done.
Well, that was a nice podcast, but like we got no views.
Anyone like
don't
to
worry about that. They'll eventually come.
Will anyone like to say anything for the ending of this stream?
Part 3 Jotaro is in S tier.
Shut up, you dumb fuck.
This kid's F tier.
Wait, who's in
Part
S
4.
tier?
Josuke is F tier.
What?
We'll
get to that. We'll get to that in the next one.
So hopefully we'll have more people in the next one. I don't know. It will be more fun with more people, but let's just hope we get an added person. I'm not going to say who that is yet, even though I think we said that from the beginning. Anyone have any last words to say before I actually end it, like for good? Like anything else?
Yeah.
While looking at your live right now, me talking, you should just go on one of the part 3 characters when you. Oh, it is. It's on Maria. Never mind. Anyway,
It's been
nothing.
Maria.
Yeah, so I think our list is gonna get even bigger with part 4. Oh my god, there's a lot of stands.
The
Them
longest.
niggas were just living in Morio.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the longest one.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, I think the longest amount of stand users that in order is probably 4, 5, and 3 are about a tie, and then probably 6.
So then, yeah, well, this has been really fun, and
Like for
hopefully,
D4C.
like for D4C.
S tier
God.
D4C.
F? No. Z tier.
Z tier.
Z tier for D4C.
Yeah, once we get there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait, no,
when
you
we
can't
get
just
there.
end it like that. Whatchamacallit, you gotta name all the stands that's in each tier. Go down real quick, nigga. That's what you gotta do at the end of the tier list videos. I forgot.
No.
You go.
No, that's. Oh wait, no, you're right.
Okay,
You're right.
so
Top to bottom. Or unless you wanna go bottom to top.
all right, so we agreed on that. So going back was S tiers are the following: Zalworldo, Charmy Green, Cream.
You sound so enthusiastic, nigga. It's the end.
I'm really tired. That's why I wanted to end it, but you're really making me read this. Like I was gonna read
that's
it.
what it is a tier list video. I mean, you can
Like
also
that's true. But like I was gonna do it like near the end, like literally on the last episode to get it all done with on that like that one thing.
What?
Because like
no,
because like
I mean,
we're,
yes, but
we're technically continuing it.
Or
What?
we could give it as a recap when we do the next installment for each one.
Yep. So make sure to cut this part out, buddy.
It can't is alive. He not uploading it.
Oh shit. Well, some good comedy there, buddy.
It is.
Hashtag.
But it's okay. We'll polish it up. It's okay. It's a learning experience.
Hashtag bloopers.
Hashtag live bloopers. Because we're trying to figure it out.
Sometimes I'll say the magic words. You should just end the live so we can.
What are the magic words? What is the magic word? What's the magic word?